We will give -1 more speed with potato.
Yeah, I'll pass.
We're gonna flip Aaron's sidestep for
Yeah,
-2
I'm
speed.
just gonna stop playing because I'm bored.
Yeah, I don't like playing decks like this. I
Yeah,
know there are people who do. I find decks like this horribly boring to play.
yeah, it's all right. And plus, I probably should go to bed. I should probably be wrapping up anyway. So
Yeah, it is getting kind of late.
all I know is that Hanji one sucks.
Oh, the 101 deck is miserable. It's miserable and like though it's not just miserable because it's good, which it
Yeah,
is, but like
yeah.
it's not even just miserable because it's like disproportionately powerful.
Mhm.
It's miserable because like the number of choices the Hanji one player makes feels so minuscule because her
Yeah.
attacks do fucking nothing.
Mhm.
One of them nukes the board, which shouldn't be allowed,
Yeah.
and then the rest of them are might as well be vanillas when they're attacks.
Mhm.
She has like no offensive foundations. Besides, like, she can use Hitch to plus damage when she needs to,
Yeah.
or 9 times, but she rarely does those because she'd rather just play another fucking Falling Titans. So she's playing vanilla attacks on offense.
Yeah.
And then on defense, she's not making blocking decisions.
No.
She's just DRing everything.
Mhm. Mhm.
The deck's unfun. Like, oh my god. Sorry,
You're on a rant.
you guys have seen me like every time I have given my playtest reviews. Normally, like I'm excited for a deck that I'm doing
Yeah.
well with.
Yeah.
In all of our playtest reviews, I just find this deck miserable. It
Mm.
is not a fun deck,
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it,
but
man.
it's good. It's good,
Yeah.
and it sucks that it's good.
Yeah. And I think the bigger issue is like the format's still kind of new. So once I don't know, it's just like, is it is it format warping to the point where everyone's gonna have to play some sort of backup hate, which I think you should anyways, but does that mean your entire sideboard is just dedicated to just doing that, or or whatnot? So
Yeah, and like in like there's a world where you feel good because you take like a Void Ghidorah with 4 Animus shots,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, I can grab that every single turn and just rip your board apart. And like that might be good enough, and that might be
Yeah.
enough of a reason why it doesn't die.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you actually sideboard in Widal Gas Web of
Yeah.
Fire
The web.
or Mage
Yeah.
or whatever the 5 diff Titan equivalent
Mm-hmm.
is. Like
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. It's rock paper shotgun. I like the term Broberg uses. Rock paper shotgun in the worst way, where if you
Yeah.
don't have the thing that beats the shotgun, it's not a cool and interesting game. You just fucking die.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I could see that. Yeah. Yeah, we got two characters that get to animus shot every turn forever, but that doesn't feel good. Yeah.
Again, it's like it because yeah, I think Anima Shot is evil, right?
Yes, it
Yeah, so
does.
Elder
Yeah.
also gets to
Elder
do it.
gets to do it too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like cool. The Elder deck and the Ghidorah decks get to like have a maybe decent matchup, and I say
Mhm.
maybe because like
Yeah.
Unyielding does a lot to both of those decks.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but like, do we want a situation where the only reason it feels okay in this matchup is because you have the repeatable silver bullet?
Mm.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun to me.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just glad that no one at locals plays that stuff.
I would
Cause
genuinely,
I would hate that.
I would genuinely. It's just traditional El Generico CCG stuff where it's about matchups and silver bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Tim's got a really good point. Like, if there's something I would say about this set feels like a different CCG. Like, it's not just stuff like the Unyielding and the Nine Titans
Mhm.
DR decks and stuff, although those feel like it. It's also things like Wub, Calvin, has been calling Filled with Doubt Effect Veiler. And I think like that's very apt. Like, have you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you know what it
No.
means when we call it Effect Veiler?
I don't know. No.
So, Effect Veiler is a very famous Yu-Gi-Oh hand trap
Okay.
that just quick effect negates a monster on the field.
Okay.
Says that monster's effects don't exist anymore.
Already.
So that's why people are calling it Effect Veiler. And like for the like there have been hand traps that have since done better that are more like Revoke style
Okay.
that people play more.
Mhm.
But like for a long time, Effect Veiler was kind of the quintessential Yu-Gi-Oh hand trap.
Okay.
And it felt miserable. Like hand traps are very controversial in Yu-Gi-Oh. They've kind of been accepted as a necessary evil, but a lot of people don't like them, especially as they're getting used to the game, because you've got these really cool lines and these really cool strategies that just get negged out
Mm,
by a hand trap that you couldn't really anticipate because it was in the hand.
okay.
You couldn't play around it besides just guessing if they had it.
Okay.
Um, and I don't, and Filled with Doubt feels like that. And I don't know how I feel about this, like, almost universal silver bullet anti-combo card, like Filled with Doubt.
Yeah.
Maybe it's necessary,
Yeah.
and we've had Revoke,
Mhm.
so, like, it's not like there isn't precedent for it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like,
I'm just,
I could see
I'm
the
just being
argument.
assaulted.
No, I mean, I could see the argument for both sides, just because we have all these, like, they put in all these, like, big attacks, I guess. It's going, no blocking. I don't know, man. If you and Justin want to play, go for it. I'm tapped out. I think the design needs too much. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure, Void. Oh yeah. They lean on the infinity symbol too much. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I agree.
I totally I don't mind moment of normalcy existing, but I think Filled with Doubt should have been symbol locked. But I don't know like what symbol would do it, because it's more of like a void thing, right? Like,
Yeah,
I guess I don't know, but I don't want Void having that and Nonagon at the same time. But they have it now anyway, so like, what's the
I think
point?
with my thing with the infinity symbol, like I kind of got the premise of the four check infinities.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we want to try four check as like a deck archetype.
Yeah.
And if we put these on infinity, we ensure that without printing a bunch of four checks, any symbol can try out this archetype. And I don't hate that. I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the cards were like, because they were so high difficulty, they were kind of xenophobic enough.
Yeah.
And that you kind of had to be playing a deck built around them.
Correct.
And so that feels fine.
Yeah.
I really don't know how I feel about infinity symbol generically insertable cards.
Sure.
Like you kind of had that with VME. VME was already kind of pushing that line, but at least like if your deck did not use momentum a lot, there you could see why people would not run VME.
Yeah.
But when it comes to moment of normalcy and Filled with Doubt, it's not that I hate these effects existing. It's that putting them on the infinity symbol is putting us in, again, using Yu-Gi-Oh as an analogy. One of the things that multiple eras of Yu-Gi-Oh have had, pretty much since like 2014, 2015, is that you slot in 15 hand traps that are like generically good hand traps, and then the remaining 45 cards of your deck are whatever you want.
Okay.
Or whatever's your character or your archetype.
So like how people are saying like they're printing universal staples, and then you just build your deck around adding the universal staples in. Yeah.
We've not really had that level, because the infinity cards we've had have usually been kind of niche in application.
Okay.
I don't agree with like David calling them underpowered, but they were niche. They need to fit an idea more often than not.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, like you don't just to be on infinity. I mean, these would go in any deck. But I'm looking at Moment of Normalcy, and I'm looking at Filled with Doubt, and I'm going, okay, so the first 4 to 8 slots of your deck, depending on how many of these you think are correct to run, are auto-filled with these. And then you kind of just got to figure out where the rest is from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about that as design space. It's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, it's kind of, but it's also different because I don't know, like they're trying it out maybe, and I don't know. It just seems like this, like the AOT block itself. Say whatever you want about design, like the principal design or set size or whatever, but it just seems like it's been a bunch of experiments, one set after another. Well, set 2 didn't really have that many experiments, but like set 1 and set 3.
Shockingly feels like a standard Universus set.
What does?
Set 2.
Set 2, yeah. And like set 1 and 3 seem kind of like they're just experimenting with different things, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know, is Shield Big Bang okay to bring back, but if it's tied to backups, but how easy it is to protect backups, and you print a thing like Nine Titans?
Yeah, was increasing shield big bang by 1 difficulty enough to make it fine. Probably if we did, maybe if we didn't have a character like Hanji who can commit the backups
Yeah.
that she's popping.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's basically like its original shield big bang.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, in a similar vein, like was unyielding. We people get frustrated when we have
Yeah.
3.5 hour finals where the
Yeah.
board states are like 25 foundations each.
Yeah.
Is printing unyielding a way to address that?
Yeah. 'Cause
Maybe.
that also slots into that. Well, do you want to add to like these attacks in case you have to use them because they're like universally good? They're the infinity symbol. Like,
I think there is a world where the community decides that almost every deck that it doesn't have to play at high foundation
Yeah.
counts
yeah,
sideboards in some copies of unyielding.
yeah. I can.
I don't think we're there,
Yeah.
but I could see it.
Can you also see like maybe the people just say screw it and like people could be just playing decks that try to kill you on 2 again, like always.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, well, if I can kill you on 4, I'm good. So ponies, stuff like Porco, stuff like that. Like they can they can murder people on 4 foundations, right? Satona,
Absolutely. I think they're.
yeah, go ahead. Because
Oh
Tim
no,
says,
I'll let you
yeah.
find out what Tim's saying.
Yeah, Tim says, I mean, yielding would have been reacting to like Atlanta or something time frame wise. Yeah, probably. Yeah, like I don't know, man. Travis thinks
Travis thinks
unyielding goes
unyielding.
in main Rodon. Really? That's crazy. But yeah, I think he can. Rodon can survive off of that. So
It's a very interesting theory though that he has is that basically a lot of decks can never kill Rodon on 4, especially if Rodon gets to build an extra couple of foundations.
Sure.
So Rodon opening unyielding, building 3, passing says kill me to your 4 to my 7.
Oh,
Where I'm Rodon.
Yeah, and he never dies. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like there are decks that clearly play bad into unyielding. Like the Titan decks are going to play pretty only okay, especially the ones that don't give big stats.
Yeah.
I do think King Ghidorah might struggle a lot with the unyielding play pattern because he doesn't have speed hate on face.
Correct.
But like there are a lot of decks that I think would go being able to decide when we both need to go to 4 foundations is good enough for me to run this card. Because you can always not play the card.
Yeah.
If you are in a situation where like you're against a Nick Reagan, for example, and you're like, oh, he actually is a character who could kill me on 4 foundations. And I have way more foundations. Maybe then I don't use unyielding. Like you putting yourself in the driver's seat of doing that is just a very powerful thing.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's just.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to be a salty, whiny person about this format, but like.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, okay. So to be fair, Justin, usually when a new set comes out, you hate the format right away, and then you kind of like not like every format, but like the past couple, you were just like I think it was the Critical Role format. You were like, I don't know how I feel about it, but then you kind of like
Critical Role.
Yeah.
I think I was fine with everything besides Tarion. I was a little worried about Tarion.
Yeah.
I liked the rest of Critical Role.
Yeah.
I was fine with AOT 2.
Yeah.
But boy, was I a salty bitch at AOT 1. AOT 1 was a
even though it gave you your character that you love playing so much. Yep. Yeah.
I hated AOT 1 format until then. And like I could objectively tell you, like AOT 1 pre-hits, even with Smiling Tide there, would have been a sucky format to play in.
For sure.
No one wanted to play against that Reiner 1 that debuilds on both players' turn. It's not fun.
Yeah, that was miserable for everybody. It really was. Tim also goes, I appreciate the benefit of doubt and people assuming that design has this grand, carefully thought out plan, but while obviously stuff has changed since last I saw the sausage making, I struggle to believe there's as much intent going on as people ascribe. Like if they were that nailed down in control, we wouldn't see this much power variance set to set. Yeah, for sure. But that also leads into there's everybody designs something. They don't like team up and design it together, so it's all one level power level. It's all spiky stuff, right? Like Critical Role was a flavor win, but a kind of a power gap compared to like AOT, right? So,
And it's not just that. Like that is definitely part of it, but even more so on power level, philosophically, the decks are or these sets are so wildly different in what they're even attempting.
true.
Like Critical Role did the really cool. Every symbol has a new secondary mechanic we're kind of building on.
Mhm.
Death does the cool seal stuff. Void rips opponents' cards things because of thieves.
Yeah.
And like that was an insanely awesome premise to me.
Mhm.
I was really happy to like build on these symbols with new pseudo archetypes.
Yeah.
And then you go to AOT 3 and there's not a lot of beyond kind of the generic chaos gets momentum, death gets some debuild.
Mhm. Mhm.
There's not a lot to say about like really cool theming for the symbols.
Sure. Sure. It's. I think. Is that? Do you think that just? I think that's just because of the main designer, right? Like,
Oh
like
yeah, I mean,
we're
if
assuming.
we believe,
Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say if we believe that Tim Free
Yeah.
designed Critical Role,
Yeah.
Tim Free is like a very flavor first designer
Correct.
and a very like
Yeah.
cool and neat stuff designer.
Mhm.
And honestly, like I love the way he designs sets that are my understanding he's designed.
Yeah.
Whereas like we know, okay, if we believe the rumor mill, we're pretty confident Bill Stark designed AOT 1.
Yeah.
And like that set feels like a different game entirely.
Correct. Yeah.
I don't know. J Ray designs, like the Godzilla stuff, and you can tell because it feels like Universus, but it feels powered up, like it's pushing the envelope power level.
Yeah.
Like you can really tell who's doing each one. I don't know if AOT 3 is J Ray or Bill Stark.
From what I know, J Ray did 2 and 3.
Yeah, and it definitely feels J Ray making cards by really pushing the power level and doing crazy things. Yeah, and like in fairness, there are times where I think that design philosophy works.
Mhm.
I like the premise of the Godzilla characters a lot. They may be a little too overtuned,
Just a
but
bit.
like
Yeah.
especially Godzilla
Yeah.
proper.
Yeah.
I think Godzilla proper, the once per game blow up both boards, discard 4 of your cards,
Yeah.
is so cool,
Yeah,
and it feels
sure.
like Godzilla.
I just don't like City Rampage, but that's just me though.
No, I don't like. Yeah.
I don't
Like,
mind the
I think
character. I just don't like the derp you out
when
of nowhere.
J Ray hits,
Yeah.
J Ray's very hit or miss because when he hits the mark for me like that,
Yeah.
and he hits like the Godzilla mark,
Mhm.
like the character Godzilla, not the City Rampage
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
I go, man, this is insanely cool. It's flavorful in a way that it feels like I'm winning the game because of the flavor of my character.
Mhm.
That's insanely cool.
Sure.
When it doesn't work, it doesn't work usually because you sit there and go, oh my god, why are cards allowed to do these things?
And here we
And
are.
that's so-
Here we are in critical. Here we are in post Critical Role AOT 3 format. Why are these cards doing these insane things that we got rid of before, right? Like,
Right.
like
I will say with-
we're all under the assumption that Falling Titans is living on borrowed time, right? Like, right?
The only way it's not living on borrowed time is if everyone in the community collectively agrees the deck is too boring to play and doesn't take it to a regional.
That's also probably true. Yeah.
And I'm gonna take it to a regional, so not everyone's gonna think that.
Yeah,
Because
for
I would rather win. Because I'm a toxic asshole. Like that's fine. I'm here for the W.
We're here for winning, baby. We're here for winning. Yeah.
But like, I will say one thing. It is so funny. I've always
Falling
heard
Titans
Tim.
deck.
Yeah, Falling Titan deck, absolutely. I have always seen Tim complain about DR.
Yeah.
Like he saw Grog and he got like mad at like its DR. And I'm like,
yeah.
I kind of looked at it and go, is DR really like, because most DR decks I've seen, I sit there and go, okay, it's kind of spinning its wheels for a while, but it doesn't have a way to kill people.
Correct.
Or like really struggles to kill people. And that's like fine.
Mhm.
Like I'm fine with a deck that lives forever but can't kill people.
Yeah.
This deck more than ever is I look at and go, oh my god, I understand what Tim says when he says too much DR is a problem. It is wholly uninteresting to watch these board states.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where like I'm sitting there with minus 21 damage. That isn't even with like, oh, these cards remove themselves, so
sure.
I just have to get you to use them once and I'm good. No, it's repeatable at least 2 turns.
Yeah. Yep.
Minus 21 damage, you have to do 60 damage to kill me.
Yeah,
You can't do 60 damage, you don't get to kill me.
That's insane. Like I really, really wish that they, instead of making a backup, they just made Last of His Kind as another foundation. Just make Last of His Kind a foundation, because then it's just easier to deal with, right? And it's not, it was on a unique. Last of His Kind was on a unique, and they put it on a how is 9 Titans not unique to begin with? Is the real question, right? Like,
well, and also the important thing here, Last of His Kind was only minus 2 damage because it burned from your health pool, not a random guy's health pool.
Correct. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It was.
And Last of His Kind was like a semi, if I remember correctly, it was like a semi-staple in Mortal Kombat era.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Yeah. And we printed a non-unique version. Now it's a 4-diff, which is a good thing for Hanji.
We need Dr. Sand's Tiger. It was basically a staple in the busted era. Yeah. Yep. Correct.
Yeah, it's like, and we just decided to print it. And then we also threw in on top of minus, like, let's be clear, a backup that says response speed minus 4 damage that you can use 3 times is already crazy. But then we decided to put on top of it, oh, you're playing Titan cards? Double a stat on them.
Double a stat, yeah. That's the crazy thing, right? Like,
fuck, dude. Like, why was the Annie deck was fun. I really enjoy the Annie deck. But should it really be allowed to say double the build in from my discard pile 9 Titans, double the damage of 1 move, play female ready and double the damage of female?
Yeah, that's messed up. That's crazy.
I feel like that should be allowed.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is it does that, and then we go, yeah, this deck's okay. It's like maybe a locals level deck.
Yeah. Like, who was it? I think someone was saying, someone in the Discord, in our Discord, was saying something about building Caduceus with 9 Titans, where you get to heal your backups, and so because you get to heal them too with Caduceus, so that means you get to use their ability more, like 1 extra time a game, and that's wild to think about that. Like, granted, you're playing Caduceus, which is a little different of a deck, so you're playing more of a slower deck, but yeah.
Yeah, the big thing is you're playing a 5-hander and you don't automatically see 1 9 Titans.
Yeah.
Like, the crazy thing here is that Hanji why did we give Hanji this card?
Because they wanted to make her relevant. That's why. Them relevant, excuse me. Yeah. Like
I don't get me wrong, I wanted Hanji to have a better option than the stupid ass 4/6s.
Yeah, correct.
Those cards suck. They're boring. Give her something cool.
Yeah.
But this was a real monkey's paw response to that.
I can see the hand closing on you. Yeah.
it's like great. Non-unique 4-diff.
Yeah.
If you just put unique on it, it would feel so much better.
Yeah.
You slap unique on it, Hanji builds 1, she probably plays 1, maybe 2, and you're good.
Yeah. Yep. Or you can I think that'd be the easy, but like, cool, wait, because if it's non-unique, you can also rock barrage it back in too, right? Like, since it's a non-unique, right?
Yes. There is a version of the Hanji Falling Titans deck that's like a little less consistent in terms of checking 3s. That throws in 4 barrages because building either Titans under orders or 9 Titans is just crazy.
Yeah, that's just like my Zeke deck does that, and I think that's kind of nuts. And again, it's just like Hanji just gets to start with all those characters. Yeah, it can't be built by Rock Barrage if it's unique. Okay, that's why you can't build Shonen. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
That's why we can't build Hitch in either, unfortunately. By the way, Hitch is another card that's going to fly under the radar, but is crazy. Just if you're playing a backup dedicated deck, it is for no stamina loss minus
Yeah.
5 damage
Yeah, isn't it?
on a 2 deck.
Yeah, and then like that, but it's only fire only though, right? Like so.
It's fire tuned, yes.
Yeah, it's fire tuned only. So,
Yeah, at least it won't be seen everywhere. But I
mhm.
do think like the fact that I have 12 backups in my deck that say -3 plus damage, and then on top of that, I have Loyalty of a Friend, which is a foundation that
Yeah,
is uncapped -1 damage for each backup.
that's wild. And then you have the
What
minus
the
speed one too, right? You have that too in case you want to block.
Oh yeah, the minus speed one is also insane. Not only if you want to block, but I had a game where someone had removed all my falling titans,
Okay.
but they had made a mistake after I unyielding because I had committed their normalcy and they kept up ready foundation, so they popped their normalcy.
Mhm.
And so on the next turn, I played unyielding again with him having no resets
Mhm.
and doubled the damage with 9 titans to 12.
Mhm.
Gave it plus 11 speed because I had so many Jaegerist
Oh,
followers and stuff out.
because the thing
With
can also. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Yeah.
and then I gave it 5 more damage with Hitch and threw a 12 mid 17 um unyielding, which was fun
That's
and
messed.
killed him.
That's messed up.
Like you're supposed to think, oh, this is a 1 card combo deck. If I remove the 1 card combo, he can't win anymore.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
just threw that at him. Oh, and then the best part about this, if he did somehow have he actually had barrier shield in hand for it.
Mhm.
And so I commanded of the founder, put it back in my hand, and the next turn did it again.
That's screwed up.
It was so funny.
I
It's
know
like, what the fuck?
the fact that Blimp is not a form, because you can also do it like on. You don't have to do. You can do it like you can abort an attack, right, to do it. So, you know.
Why did we add so many cards that say add this thing back to hand?
And then we have the tutoring thing too. Like we tutored so
Yep.
much in this set. So I mean, it's okay. Try different things. I'm cool with that. Like I don't mind them trying, but like they really, yeah, they printed 2 bounces in the set. Yeah, yeah. It's just, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I think as long as they are quick with the hitting hammers,
Mhm.
kind of like they were in AOT1, because like they
Yeah,
hit cards in AOT1 real fast.
yeah.
I'm more okay with it.
I think they hit it very fast is because they knew, like, they knew what happened with the design, and then they didn't have time to like fix it, quote unquote. Like it went out.
Also, because people
Yeah,
were
yeah. But
hating AOT1.
hey, man.
I don't.
Yeah, you know.
I can't imagine. I don't. I like. People have complained about cards in AOT3, but it still has not met the vitriol that AOT1 had.
Yeah. Oh, like that was divisive. Like AOT1. I mean, Attack on Titan itself has just been divisive across the community,
Brisbane,
right?
Brisbane, that's incorrect. It did not have one regional of full power because after the Boars had case event,
Yes.
congratulations to Chris for helping get that set up.
Helping. Yeah. Thanks.
Always be plugging.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
After the Boars had game event, they hit both Reiner 1 and Mikasa 1. So we
Mikasa
never
1,
actually
yeah.
got to see
Correct.
official tournament results
Yeah.
with Mikasa and Reiner.
Correct. Because like I don't know if that had any. I don't know if that had anything to do with like the Boar's Hat event, like leading into that. If that had any weight in it, I know Barrett was there, so maybe he did. Maybe did weigh on it a little bit, or maybe they had already decided that hey, we needed to fix it. Whatever. Maybe
It could
they'll.
be a situation where they
Yeah.
said, there's good players at Boar's Hat.
Yeah.
If these decks do not completely flounder, like, I don't think they went from not thinking of hitting it to,
Yeah.
okay, we'll hit it because of Boar's Hat. I would
Yeah.
not be surprised if it was, we're already thinking of hitting this. Let's see if Boar's Hat proves us wrong.
Disaster Dan says maybe they'll react fast after Melbourne. I have no idea.
We are getting Melbourne.
Yeah, I don't know when that is. Though. It's what, next month?
Melbourne's like next week.
Oh really? Oh wow, that's crazy.
There's one that's May 31st to like June 2nd.
Oh well, that's okay. Good. So then, We'll see. There was a lot of complaining at LCSs and in the main Discord. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, they usually try to address some of that if there's a bunch of an uprising of people. So they usually try to tamper that stuff down pretty quickly. So
what we're saying is, if you want something to be hit like the Hanji 1 deck, take it to your locals and annoy everyone at your locals with it.
There's a big independent tournament in Jacksonville as well, yeah, so we'll see.
Yes, the Jacksonville tournament will be very interesting to see what ends up being taken there.
Mm-hmm.
You love playing Universus the Gathering. What's funny, Dr. Kaiju, I don't know who you are in like the Discords and stuff, but what's funny about it calling it Universus the Gathering is this again feels closer to me, and maybe it's just my background in Yu-Gi-Oh, but it gives me more Yu-Gi-Oh vibes than like Magic vibes.
Is that just because it's just more Yu-Gi-Oh than Magic? Yeah. Like, is it more along the lines of because it feels like everything's like a combo-y deck instead of just like a. I don't know.
So it's a few fold.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the tutoring stuff,
Sure.
and like tutoring is foundational to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Like, really, almost every modern deck tutors in some way in Yu-Gi-Oh. And so like that already started to feel in that direction, but it is the incredibly centralized power of cards.
Okay.
Because in Yu-Gi-Oh, the way it works is you have a few really centralized power cards in your deck. Your boss monsters is what they'll call them, or your hand traps. You know, these really powerful individual pieces, and then a big chunk of your deck is spent finding a way to get towards those pieces.
Okay.
And that's kind of where a lot of this feels to me. Is like, hey, we are really trying to make it where you can get to the Falling Titans piece and you insulate the Falling Titans piece.
Yeah.
And you do that combo. Filled with Doubt, again, is just a straight up Yu-Gi-Oh! Hand trap.
Yeah.
Moment of Normalcy feels like, because another thing you'll see that's very Yu-Gi-Oh! Is this sort of, oh, there's a problem in the format. We're going to print one really big fuck you card that answers it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And that in Moment of Normalcy is like, oh, tall decks are a problem. People throwing double-digit moves are a problem. Here's this just universal card you can easily play. And it's easily slottable. And all of that's what gives this more Yu-Gi-Oh! Vibes to me.
Okay. Because I know
I like how it's just turning into a podcast.
I mean, it's fine. It's all good. We're here to hang and chat. Disaster Dance says Filled with Doubt is effect failure. Yeah, we said that earlier. Basically every blah 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 blah. Bunch of different. Is Jax the real regional? Like that's how I felt about the Critical Role case event. That felt like a real regional. You know, so. Dr. Kaiju goes, what else makes it Magic-esque is how triggers work in UVS. You can't seal cards that trigger to negate the triggers like you would in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean, that's kind of true, but I think in terms of card, like the card philosophy, in terms of like what your decks are doing with the cards they're getting, that's the part that feels Yu-Gi-Oh! To me. And admittedly, I don't have as much background in Magic. Like I played Magic back when I was a kid. I have not played outside of sealed Magic: The Gathering in years.
I have played 3 games of Magic: The Gathering. It was for Commander games. That's it, and that was just like recently.
Played any trading card game that's not Universus?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I started out with Pokemon, and then I went to Score Dragon Ball Z, and then I went to Versus System, and then basically that died, and then I went into this game after that. So, yeah. Never played Magic. I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! And I had never played Magic up until like a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Wait, did you say you played Super Slam?
I've played some the super card or whatever. I've played that a couple times, but nothing really.
Super Slam's funny to me because it almost feels like a fake card game the way I hear people talk about it. Like a lot of people in this community.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the fact you could buy your character cards.
Correct. Yeah, that's
insane to me.
That's super cool though. Like if you really want to play it, you can spend the money for it. So. And
on the other hand, I'm glad that it's pricing in our game, not bought.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. But I mean, like, if we could buy it, I probably would. So, you know. Yielding is our summon limit. It's stopping the amount of attacks we can play. I don't know. Have you seen Pony? She could still play 20 attacks on 4 foundations.
And you know how funny it was playing against a pony today?
I know. I heard
where,
about this. You said to what? What did you say exactly? Because I remember you posted it in chat.
I played against a pony, and she played, I think, 7 attacks on me, and did 6 total damage. Maybe 8.
That's funny.
And I blocked 0 times, by the way.
You were using Hanj 1, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's like, oh, I'm going to do Electric Moth. Oh, Electric Moth's 4 damage? Great, I'm going to commit a 9 Titans.
Yeah, for...
This move is actually 5 damage? I'm going to commit Hitch.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for discarding 2 cards to clear your card pool.
Oh, you're finally throwing a big move because you're going to throw the Ackerman team-up card now? Yeah. We're going to desperate struggle that card. Fuck you.
Satonis goes, stop playing Lethal Slash and start playing damage. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, people need to go back to playing Earth Pony with fucking Battle Aura release.
Yeah.
That card can kill people.
That card is 10 damage on face most of the time. And then they can
8 damage, but yes.
Then they can play the 3 diff Sack for a Cause, and then people refuse to play Web of Blades. Yeah, that's also true.
There are just cards like that. There are cards where I go, why don't people play this?
Huh? You going to bed?
There are cards.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna go. Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, Zach.
See ya.
But yeah, no, there are cards, and Web of Blades is in this category of like, this card doesn't see play, and I could not explain to you why. Mm-hmm. Like, Web of Blades is a good card.
Yeah.
There's like very little argument to not run at least 1 copy of it. But yet people don't play it.
I think it has to do with its symbol spread.
Sure, but like Void Rodon just got, I guess it's because like didn't Void Rodon just get 2nd place? Was he running one?
I don't remember.
No, he's not running any Web of Blades. Not even the sideboard.
Excuse me, we were spending non-zero time cooking with Web of Blades and Thunderspear Barrage setups. Nice. It has 2 sweeping daggers and 2 animus symbols. That's also true.
In what world is Godeku existing with Unyielding?
He's not.
Does he have an unbreakable symbol?
Yeah, Void.
Oh, but that's like one of his worst symbols.
Yeah.
He's probably not existing.
Yeah. I mean, I think it depends, right? Like even like the set 1 Titans and some of like Armin, the new Armin needs 8, so it's just Void Dark Deku is ass. I've tried it. It ain't it. Yeah. Your backside says they have to have 2. Yeah, that's true. But you can also run.
Dan, hold on a sec. You've still got the game up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just grab a card.
Oh, you're good. I mean, you could also run because Dark Deku also doesn't. He can also pack in more. I mean, he does play Unyielding himself because he can just load up on an Unyielding it's up by its own right? So, what do you mean? You just transform and play 4X filled with doubt? That's facts. Oh, this card? Oh my god, it's so huge.
It's a Titan card.
It is.
You have one of these. You have 1 Unyielding. You have 2 Unyielding now. Congratulations.
Yeah. Not hard to have 2 when they have 2 bounces in the set. Yep, we're looking at one. Oh, he just closed the client. He just closed it.
I forgot it was his room.
Yeah, it was his room, yeah. I mean, they main cheerleader to whatever to flash it. Yeah, that's true.
I guess if they hit both cheerleader and his face, then it could put you into trouble. Sure, man. Also, I don't think I think the Dark Deku deck was already a bit of cope. I think if there were enough cards that existed, I kind of played through it and around it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
loved the air one that Mitchell has. That deck is fun. Like it's super cool.
Cool
You
deck. I like
you
it.
need to play 4X filled with doubts now in your main because
I legitimately think there is a world where every player is going to decide the 4x filled with doubts, or at least 3x filled with
yeah.
doubts.
Or I know I'm starting at 2 and 2 in my builds with whatever I'm
Yeah,
building, and then it's just I think if I need a third, I'll play a third. If I need to
I
main a
think in
third, it goes up to it.
I think in every 7-hander I would play 4. 6 and 5-handers, maybe there's a little bit about draws where you're a little more worried about it turn
Mhm.
1.
Mhm.
I think in every 7-hander I would play 4 without worrying about it.
Yeah, that's probably
Unless they are already on a symbol that has like barrier shield. Because there are maybe situations where barrier shield's a little better.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Man, remember
Yo,
back in the day when our only concern was Bertolt 2?
dude, remember back in the day, like back in the pre AOT 1 days, where we were terrified because a character just said +3/+3?
Oh yeah. Ojiro.
That was just enough to say this character like is the best character bar
Yeah.
none in most of Top Cut. Nowadays we print a character that's +3/+3 in peak, and there's arguments of how good she'll actually be.
Technically, she's 3 and 2, but she still gets a third. It's right. You're counting her asset too, so she is 3 and 3. Yeah.
She's 3 and 3, and
Yeah.
against Titans she's 3 and 4.
Oh, that is also true. But she also has I guess like the destroying is a cost, quote unquote. You know.
Quote
So
unquote.
yeah.
Hold on, haven't you listened to David Toombs? Destroying's not a cost. It's actually a benefit.
I mean, in that character, sometimes yes, it is a benefit. We
Um,
love readying foundations.
I was looking to see what some of the old like top characters were. Man, remember when like Todoroki 1 could have was good enough to get second place at nationals? What a time to be
Okay, so
alive.
to be fair, Carson punted that game
Yeah,
because he could have pinged George for 1 with Stadium after he airied it, and he would have won. The
that's
first
funny.
match, yeah, like it was a weird interaction because he would have airied it to go down to 1, and then it would have dealt damage, and then the Stadium would have pinged him for 1 and won the game that way. Where we were just worried if we blocked the first attack and we just got Walk the Dog and wanted that banned. Who's we? I never wanted Walk the Dog banned. Hey man, we never ban dogs in this house.
God, remember when we were worried when we said a format warping character was just a guy who gave 1 damage for every 2 foundations you had? And like removed 1 from progressive? And that was like the best character in the game and horrified players
Who
where
was
people
that?
were younger Toguro.
Oh, it was younger Toguro. I
Yeah.
wonder if he'd be
Remember
fine
when,
coming back. I wonder if he'd be
yeah.
okay.
How can you even ask that question when Ymir exists?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but see, I'm a Ymir player, so you know this. We love Ymir in this house. She could do no wrong.
When my character is the best, it's great.
Yeah,
When your
always,
character is the
always.
best, it's cringe.
Oh no. I always think people should always have their favorites, so it's all right.
And you think everyone should be biased to their favorite?
Oh yeah, we're always everyone's biased to their favorite. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. Everyone is.
But yeah, no, man, it is. Hey guys, yeah, what's up, Josh?
Remember capture
I'm
evil
not capturing
doers?
dude.
Are we like having some major like member berry session right now? I think we
God,
are.
remember when looping an attack a couple of times in Ryukyu 1 was enough that we had to borderline E-ban capture evildoers?
Oh, he's stuck in commercials, so he hopes the comments are good. I'm sorry. Gotta run ads, man. Sometimes. Once you're affiliated, Justin will know once they get affiliated. You guys are close.
Once I actually put in all the
Are you guys?
well, we have the thing.
Yeah.
We actually have the criteria now. But you have to fill out tax documents and stuff,
Oh,
and I
sure.
didn't want to do that while I was dealing with finals.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
after this weekend, we're going to be affiliated for like our streams
Nice.
coming up.
Remember Kim Kapwan? I remember. Oh, I remember Kim. Oh yes, I remember Kim. Oh yeah.
Guys, this is where my being a child is showing. What is Kim?
Look up Kim from Rulers of Time, and
Okay, I'm looking
he
right
would
now.
loop. So he played these. He was able to loop 2 kicks over and over again until you died.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, but like the issue is though, like you'd build like into mega deadlock for it, and then you would just go off because
It's so
you'd
funny.
have Team Kim, I think, is what the asset was called, and when you revealed a card, I believe you revealed the top card of your deck, so you knew what you were checking, or I forget the Team Kim. I forget what the asset did for Team Kim. So it would work to where you get to peep the top card of your deck and see what you were checking, so you could either draw a bad check or clear it. You know.
Mm.
In his well animated pants, hell yeah. They finally realized, damn, maybe the asset is a problem. I don't know, man. I don't know if Ryuko could come back at full power. I'm not sure. Maybe. But they
I
don't.
just can't wait for.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
We've been talking about +3/+3 characters being scary. I can't wait to find out that Jamie is actually meta defining.
Oh, I know. Tim's a believer in the Jamie. Like,
Tim is so excited for Jamie.
yeah. So
I rarely hear Tim repeat wanting to test a character out as much as I've seen him talk about wanting to test Jamie
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Horn Dash Hammer Jamie. And then what's gonna happen is Ghidorah is going to sweeping daggers it and get an extra head. So yeah. There's the balancing.
I was just
There's the
thinking,
balancing.
I was looking at going, man, if any of Jamie's things just generically say get a counter of your choice, it'll be unplayable in Sweeping Dagger's world.
Yeah.
With Ghidorah existing.
Unless it's a foundation, right? Like, it could be on a foundation or an action.
I'm a Jamie believer, but man, I don't know how he lives. You go first.
I guess. I'm really excited for Ryu,
If you kill him.
because like Ryu gives me All Might 3 vibes. So.
God, you guys are all like so interested in Ryu. This guy bores the hell out of me.
Well, and this is coming from a man who plays Smiling Titan. One of the most boringest decks ever, man. Come on.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, +2 damage, and then he gets to draw 3, put 1 on top of his deck if something's completely blocked on a commit cost.
It's very cool.
Cool, man.
It's very cool, man.
Cool, I guess.
Hey, we all like our things we like, right? That's just the way it goes.
I like the card Brainstorm. He does Brainstorm. Is Brainstorm like a magic card or something? Because I've heard people compared to Brainstorm multiple times.
Ryu gives Mirko 2 a new Fury. That's true. Ryu is the new All Might 3. That's why Chris likes him. Come on, you know that. It was easy. That's easy low-hanging fruit.
I was an All Might 3. I was an All Might 3 stan. And this guy's more boring than All Might 3. All Might 3 was like, hey...
Justin hates drawing cards. This is facts. We know this. This is why he builds his entire hand every turn. Yes, it's true.
What was the last character I played that drew a lot of cards? Ymir? I think Ymir.
I think so. Maybe. Yeah.
I think I did draw cards in Ymir. I will not be if Hanji 1 stays as good as I think she'll be.
Yeah.
I will not be drawing cards in ABQ.
Yeah. Well, you can't anyways.
Or not
ABQ. ABQ was
Louisville.
last weekend. So Louisville, yeah.
Yeah. It's 11 p.m. I'm allowed to make mistakes.
I've been up since 4:30 this morning, so yes, I understand.
I'm super cold on like almost every Street Fighter character. I think Luke straight up sucks.
Oh, I think Luke is bad. Luke is objectively bad, I think. So, yeah.
I don't know why Luke does not say if this attack speed is 5 or more. If he was +1, +2, or -1, -2 when the speed is 5 or more, I'm in.
Yeah.
The mini game being like exactly 5 is going to be so brutal in what he's allowed to play.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Isn't it just kind of like the Jiro 2 situation all over again, where if it's 4, like, right? Because she was 4 or greater, right?
Was 4 or more.
4 or more.
She was 4 or more.
Yeah. So like, I don't understand why it has to be exactly 5, and I don't I don't know much about. Maybe it's part of Luke lore. I don't know. So I don't know.
Luke is like a good guy who punches well.
Yeah,
That is Luke
that I
lore.
understand. Yes.
That's literally like, at least, okay, I've not played all of the story mode, but from
Yeah.
what I
Oh,
played of the
okay.
story mode,
Yeah.
Luke is the most I'm a wholesome punching guy that you can create.
Oh, fair. Okay.
He does not have like a complicated lore.
Mm.
I
But
just need Akuma as a double gin tier promo.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah. You know what'll happen.
dude, stop.
You know.
It will happen, but also on the
Yeah.
other hand, I don't want another devil gin dog.
I mean, a new Akuma would be sick. You know. So.
I think another Akuma that like does stuff. The problem is I would want another Akuma to do stuff with face downs in the card pool,
Mhm.
but we lost all of like the kit for Mina 2, which did all that stuff.
Mhm.
And I don't know how much he has without that.
Yeah. Now give me Kimberly. Yeah, Kimberly's cool. I take Manon. She's my favorite new character.
I am disappointed we're not doing a Street Fighter 6 as a full set.
I mean, since we know that Godzilla's coming, like, you know, with Gamma leaks, I would assume
Maybe.
the Challenger decks are probably gateways into actual sets.
Possibly.
So,
Yeah,
like,
I think it's like
yeah.
it's if it's popular enough because you've already
Yeah.
made the IP deal.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, what? Like,
And we had Critical Role.
yeah. And then Godzilla, quote unquote, and then if you look at like I don't know if solo leveling would have enough material for a set.
Please don't. Please, we don't need a solo leveling
I mean,
set.
a mini set would be fine, right? Like a mini
It's
set.
whatever.
Yeah.
I've become such. I'm an anime hater, man. I like anime, but I'm an anime
You're
hater.
an anime hater.
I'm a hater of the. There is a type of person
Yeah.
that anime people attract.
Oh my god. We're going there.
I'm not naming any
We're
names.
going there.
I'm not naming any names.
Yeah.
But there is a type of thing where I go, oh my god, please stop. You're the reason that if I ever got a girlfriend, I couldn't introduce her to this card game.
Oh, fair.
Like,
It could be even simple like we already booked sets for quarter 3, quarter 4, quarter 1, but we can sneak in some Street Fighter and a Challenger instead of waiting for every booster set. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Like
you're just
Marvin goes, you're just a hater, period.
accurate. Like, it's accurate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Be less cringe.
I mean, like, I mean, like the Guilty Gear thing. I think Guilty Gear is a small set's fine, but I think Street Fighter probably deserves a full set or multiple full sets, in my opinion. Yeah.
If we can sing this.
Justin is ashamed of
To-
the game's roots. It's anime.
Wait,
It's an
what do
anime.
you
It's rooted
mean?
in anime, baby.
What are games roots anime? What was our game's roots ever anime?
I mean, you know, they spent so long trying to get rid of the old game, you know, the old lore, that they have this thing, you know. I think some of the anime choices are weird. MHA makes sense. AOT did not make sense to me. I agree with that, just because, like, it's like not fam friendly in a way, right? Like, it's like, granted, I guess some of like the fighting games are never fam friendly, but it's just very, very weird, you know.
And I do want to give credit, as I'm in my hater mode right now.
I thought this
I wanna
was your
give a
face
little
arc,
bit-
by the way. What happened to that?
Dude, being a heel is in my blood. I've come to accept that. Like, but like, I will give credit that UVS Games has never leaned into. They've never put it swimsuit rarity. Let's put it that way.
That's true.
They never made
Yeah.
swimsuit rarity.
That's very good. We don't want that.
Like, because there are certain card games that rhyme with a Schweiz Warts.
I don't know if that rhymes, but yeah, we get it.
You know, that just have so much cringe card art where I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? Why do you feel okay?
Yeah. I meant getting AOT getting 3 sets was ridiculously bad, but also mini sets is also likely bad. I don't think I think the AOT thing was just they wanted to do Spotlight so bad they just didn't care about anything else, maybe, or just the way they booked it. I don't know, but I don't think the mini sets are bad. I think because we haven't had a mini set yet, so I actually wouldn't know if it's bad or good right now. But I think it's just they're, if you think about it, like the old Yu Yu Hakusho, like someone like Dr. Kaiju said, bring back the Yu Yu Hakusho one size set. That was only like 80-ish cards, you know. So like, I'm fine with that, like a mini set. If everything's going to be attuned anyways, so you have a bunch of characters and a bunch of stuff that covers their symbols, which is fine.
Why does your empathy care about what someone else likes, Justin? Josh, I'm going to need you to explain that burn to me. I'm not sure it's clicking in my head. Like, if you mean in terms of, like, why do I have a big problem when people have certain artwork on their cards, it's because I have, like, normal friends who, like, I like to show card games to and things like that. And when you show them that stuff, they go, ew. And that's not fun.
Brother, I drafted Yu Yu Hakusho at 1 at Denver. It was amazing to get everything. Yu Yu Hakusho 1 is fantastic to draft.
Yeah, it's a fun set.
It is a very, very fun set. Having normal friends is your first mistake. Ooh.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, Brisbane, genuine advice. Get friends who touch grass. Your life will be much better if you have friends who touch grass.
If we want to make all sets mini sets, that's probably fine. I don't know. I don't mind experimenting. And this is what this kind of era is right now, so they're just experimenting with different things. Set sizes, obviously. We know that the 300 card set is not good. So, you know. And then
just call.
You know, maybe the smaller set isn't work. So, you know, maybe it doesn't work. Then you just let them know. They take feedback pretty well, to be honest. Constructive feedback, not just yelling into the ether. You know.
When am I? My critiques are only constructive. I have never given a non-constructive critique.
I'm not saying that to you. I'm just saying that in general, right? Like people are more apt
Okay.
to take feedback if it's not people yelling, screaming in their face.
I will say, in terms, Josh said, just call them cringe and don't talk to them. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Josh, you've known me for like a year now. In the year you have known me, have I ever come off as a person who can resist the urge to argue with someone?
I also like it how we're having two different conversations on the same stream. It's great. I appreciate Guilty Gear fans being frustrated, but I don't mind UVS games trying to make a bath to not take a bath on a weaker license. Yeah. No.
Like I think it's fine. Like Guilty Gear. I think Guilty Gear being a mini set is fine. I don't know how I feel about a mini set. It's one of our 4 quarterly releases, right? Like we have 3 full sets and 1 mini.
Yeah.
I'm a little more concerned that like a mini set is not going to shake up the meta enough where it might feel a little stale.
Yeah, but also if you think about it too, it's the last thing probably before Worlds next year. Because they never bring out anything before Worlds. I mean, they brought out the Challenger deck that didn't really do a whole lot, right? So,
Josh, the second that I learn how to ignore someone, I'll let you know.
He's like me; he can't let it go. It's part of the special needs.
Hey, I was special needs in high school, so you know what? It's fine.
It's okay.
If
meta goes on long enough without needing ban toxic garbage to become stale, God bless.
You're not required to pick their nose. Josh, I have never heard that figure of speech, bud. You're not required to pick their nose? Is that normal?
I think it's fine. As long as what we do from now on, it just feels extremely bad after 3 full AOT sets, but I think like I don't know. Isn't the Godzilla set rumored to be a mini set too? Like I don't think it's a full set. I think it's a mini set. I think they're just trying to probably, I would assume, get their IP deals taken care of, and doing mini sets are way easier than doing full booster sets, obviously. So, but
I miss our release schedule from last year, and I'm not afraid to say it.
what the? Oh, you mean the 4 sets and the million?
Yeah,
a
I
small
love the product every month.
Sure, it's true. A small Guilty Gear, a small Guilty Gear set is just a normal sized UFS set. Yes, that is facts. You can pick your friends. You can pick your nose. You can't pick your friend's nose. I don't know. That sounds like a challenge.
Josh, where are you from again?
I think Josh is just having fun on chat.
No, I know. Is this the most like Midwesterner way you could say that I've ever seen?
Yeah, it is. If we just do mini sets, that's totally fine. I mean, I don't mind having 80 to 90 card sets. I don't mind that. But you know.
I'm from. So what I was actually saying is I'm from a Yu-Gi-Oh background, and Yu-Gi-Oh does do monthly releases. You are constantly getting new cards, and as a result, there were periods in between where you do deck build packs, which are like 120, 140 card sets, are designed to be smaller sets. So like I definitely don't mind the idea of Guilty Gear as a mini set. I don't know how I feel of it taking a quarterly place of a full set. That's where I sit.
Yeah. He's from Ohio, South Carolina, DC, Texas. That's everywhere, man.
Oh.
He's a Texas man, just like you.
Uh-huh. No. The only way you're considered a Texan is if you start in Texas and you stay in Texas.
I
We're
don't
very
know, man.
picky.
It does make sense, though. He is a sweet tea enjoyer, so that's a
True.
Texans thing, right?
That's one of the areas where I'm a criminal as a Texan. I don't like sweet tea.
That's weird.
I know.
I mean, I like sweet tea when it has lemonade in it.
For some reason, the aftertaste of tea just bothers me to death. Like, I don't know what it is. I cannot drink tea.
I love tea. Warm tea, hot tea, it's the best. It literally is.
Now, I do have one thing that is very Texan. Dr. Pepper is like, people are obsessed with Dr. Pepper in Texas.
Yeah.
It's so funny when you go anywhere else in the country. Everywhere else in the country, it's like a 50-50 shot at best if a restaurant will have Dr. Pepper.
True.
You will not go to a Texas restaurant that does not have Dr. Pepper.
That's weird.
It just won't happen.
Did you know that Dr. Pepper is the number two beverage in the world right now?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's also there's a specific reason why. Dr. Pepper, I believe, was created in Waco, Texas.
That makes sense. It's crazy.
And so like it was the first factory was there. So like we had like a because
I know Cheerwine.
A couple hours away.
I know Cheerwine. I know that.
What the hell is Cheerwine?
It's like a cherry ish soda from the south.
Ew, no, is this one of those fake Dr. Peppers?
I don't. It's not a pepper soda though. That's the thing. It's more.
Okay.
It's more like
Okay,
cherry
good.
soda than it is pepper.
If you're a Mr. Pibb drinker, I don't want to talk to you.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't drink Pibb, dude. That's weird.
Mr. Pibb, I only drink Mr. Pibb when I have to because there's a Coke machine there and they refuse to stock Dr. Pepper. That is the only time I will drink Mr. Pibb in my life.
Look, I've worked in fast food.
The sweet tea. Oh man.
It's not a
It's not a Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, I told you.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
It's not.
I just got paranoid because I got like Pibb flashbacks there for a sec.
Like we locally, we distribute a soda called Doc, and it's a Dr. Pepper variant, and it has way more sugar than normal Dr. Pepper. It's like a local thing, which is it's alright. It's fine. It's not actual Dr. Pepper.
Do you know what the flavor of Dr. Pepper is supposed to be?
I don't know. There's 23 of them, so I couldn't tell you.
So most sodas were designed to taste like something.
Yes.
But Dr. Pepper is a very interesting case. It was not designed to mimic a specific flavor.
Okay.
The inventor of Dr. Pepper wanted to create a soda that tasted like how the soda fountains in Waco, Texas smelled.
Weird.
So he kept mixing until he got a drink that when he tasted it gave him the same like emotional response as when he would smell a soda fountain in Waco, Texas.
That's so weird.
That is how Dr. Pepper became what it is.
It's a cherry soda with some Coke flavoring is the best way to describe it. Medicinal. That's how Pepsi was when it was created. It was made with Pepsid. It was for heartburn and stuff like that. And
Hey,
Coke.
and what was an original Coke?
Yeah, it was cocaine, and it was also used to strip rust off of steel pipes.
Oh man, what an era! Could you imagine of being alive in the era where you could just drink cocaine? I want to be clear as a teacher. I don't endorse.
I mean, technically, you still could now, but you have to
I
find
just-
you'd
I don't want to be.
you'd have to find it somewhere and then add it to your soda, right?
I do want to be clear as a teacher. I do not endorse
Yeah.
this notion, but it was a crazy era just to be able to go. You know what? I'm gonna buy it and going. Man, I wonder why I'm able to stay alert for so much longer after I've had some Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, to get back on tonight's play testing and stuff, I
Oh, we're supposed to do that?
well, no, not really, but anywho, I think the stuff that I like playing is good into non-toxic stuff. And that's weird because like I'd like my peak deck, but it's not like I don't think peak is not like the Hanj 1 toxic, right? Like I think peak probably is into decks that aren't. Yeah, I'm a fair gamer. I just can't help it. I don't know. I like playing the game. I don't like playing the game at people. Just the way it is.
Chris, I will.
Yeah.
Chris, it's fine. Next event you want to top that, I will bring a deck that you have to play, and I will get you the most toxic BS
I mean,
to play.
it doesn't matter. I mean, like it's just I mean, to be fair, it may be Louisville. I haven't heard back if I'm judging yet, so I probably won't hear back till next week. So, because I know Sean's out of town. So, but yeah. I mean, like I like playing Peak. I think Peak's super cool, man. I think that character is awesome. I like Hanj 3, but I think Hanj 3 is bad. So. I just like that character. I like the gameplay pattern. I think I'd rather just play, like, to be fair, if I was going to play the Hanj deck, I would just play Krista instead. Because...
I'm not smart enough to build a good enough Hanji 3 deck.
Yeah, either am I, but I like playing that character a lot.
Yeah, I do think, and I'm glad you enjoy it. I do look at Hanji 3 and I go, this is not a Chris character, because you want to attack whenever you see orange cards.
Sometimes, yes. I was never like that, to be honest. So, until as of late. Yeah.
Yeah. You've gotten impatient in your older age,
Yeah.
And I did, because I kept looking up, like, dude, you need to wait till you have like 15 counters with Hanji 3.
Yeah.
Before you do anything.
Correct. Rodon and Fair
do
should not be in the same sentence. Yeah.
I do think it's interesting with Peak, because people keep calling Peak broken, but like, I kind of agree with Broberg that it's like such a mid-range character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, you will find the aggro turn 2 nuts occasionally, but like with you, she doesn't cheat progressive.
Correct.
She doesn't check hack. She doesn't do anything to make her turn 2s more consistent.
Yeah.
All she's doing is putting like good stats on things.
Mm-hmm.
And in a way that like if you don't kill your opponent, you have wasted a ton of or you have burned up a ton of resources.
Yeah, correct.
I really like Peak's design, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after Wednesday, I played her at locals, and I told Zach, I was like, I don't know, you may have seen it in the Discord. I was like, I think Greater Goal's bad in her. And he goes, are you insane? I'm like, man, turn 3, I don't have any face-ups to flip. Like, if I'm going in, like, which I think I know, like, him and Corey want to play her like a prison deck, but because you don't have to flip with her, but I'm like, aren't you just missing out on the value? Like, it just feels like you're missing out, like, on the other half of the character when you're just not. I don't know. I want to use both sides of the character, correct? And it just felt
I agree.
better. It just felt easier and better to play 3 speed, 3 damage on everything, right? Like it's just why have you not? Did you
Did
guys
you guys
test
test
unyielding?
unyielding Elder Toguro Flock? I think Flock's bad. I think the whole like like the Hanji 1 deck I think is just better
Is better
Flock.
flock. Yeah, I
Um,
agree. I agree.
I think like the whole we have to play a bunch of sixes because we have to commit foundations when we're trying to do Falling Titans. And as a result, our foundations don't actually keep us alive. Just
Mm,
makes Flock worse than Hanji. Whereas Hanji gets to like play a much better suite of defense. Nobody on Fire Island is super into Elder Toguro. That's true.
yeah.
We need to test Elder Toguro probably, but
Yeah.
like
But fuck that
if
guy.
I'm gonna play an unyielding, if I'm gonna play an unyielding deck that's about looping unyielding,
Yeah.
it is probably gonna be Mimic.
Oh yeah. Probably. Yeah.
I do want to try Mimic unyielding because I think there is probably something there.
You want to harness on death on with flock, to be fair. I mean, that's a thing. Like
Again, why aren't we just playing Hardness, Undeath, Hanchi 1 though?
Yeah, that's true. They're the same they have the same symbol spread, right? Yeah, they're both fire and life, so
Yep.
yeah, I'm not following Titans and Flock anymore, to be honest. Oh, that's interesting.
I think Flock plays Falling Titans. I just
Yeah.
don't think he can do the I'm here to win the game because I resolve
I'm
Falling Titans 15 times.
15 times, yeah.
Like that's my one game plan.
Yeah,
I think the Travis deck is a trap.
Oh, you're talking about the deck that he made a video on?
Yes.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I think the deck's really cute. I
Mhm.
think it's a trap.
Flock is doing 2 playing game plans at once. Interesting.
What do you mean by that?
I
I
can't wait. Hell yeah, let's go. It's your time, baby. It's your time.
What do you mean bad news? I think Inessa can do it. He will probably play peak. That is true.
And Nasa isn't getting more than 4 of 3 diffs. Oh, you're saying Unyielding's gonna keep him kneecapped? I don't think so.
Ooh, coward talk.
But I do think that the meta will eventually evolve, right? Like for Unyielding, like Peak can play Unbreakable pretty easily, right? Like sure, yep. Like you may have to figure out your ratios because of, Enormous Axe is such a good value in her, so you may have to figure it out, but 1 or 2 may not be that bad, so which is really funny.
I like the idea of Fortune.
I like the idea of
I think Fortune Peak is good. Yeah. I just don't know how we're gonna I don't want to lose to Sweeping Daggers, and Colossal Confrontation just feels like it loses so hard to Sweeping Daggers.
Mm-hmm. That's why we don't play it, and we just play Sweeping Daggers so we can steal it. Because I had the most fun tonight when I was Sweeping Daggers and your unexpected outcomes away from you. That was funny.
Well, that was also the one game where you weren't facing Hanji 1. That's certainly a nice
that's very true.
bonus.
Yes. But again, I didn't care about facing Hanji 1 because I knew I was on a timer. I petition we start calling Enormous Axe decks 8 Axe decks.
Why 8?
Oh, because you can play the Reinforcements card too, if you want to.
Yeah, if you're bad.
I wouldn't play that card. Not in
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I don't like Reinforcements.
I think there is exactly enough room for Enormous Axe in your 3 diffs, and even that's pushing it a little.
Yeah.
Death has too many crazy 3 diffs for me to slot 8 of my 3 diff slots for build
because
1.
I want to play Struggling, I want to play Enormous, and I would want to play Unbreakable.
Yep.
That's just... It's like you play probably... you can't play 8 because then your turn 1 builds could be bad. And you're not playing. I mean, I guess if you're playing the 4-check deck, it doesn't matter if you're playing 4-check peak. But if you're playing the Lunar Rings, kick him to the sky deck like I am, you don't play that many. You just can't. Oh, it's a magic thing. There's a deck called 8 Rack. Okay, I have no idea. Because 8 cast. Is there an 8 checks cast available on YouTube? I could play through Pre-Errata Reiner. I could play through OGP Godzilla. I'm confident I could play through Unyielding. Man, the Mets and Dodgers are going to the bottom of the 12th and nobody's scoring in extra innings yet. Rare sight.
Tim, do you watch baseball?
Yeah, Tim's a huge baseball fan. Did you not know that?
Do people watch baseball? I'm a baseball hater. I'm just being a hater tonight. Like, it's getting late. I'm in my head.
Yeah, we what was it? Kansas City last year. A bunch of us went to the Royals game. It was great.
I thought baseball was like the thing you went to talk to other people because so little happens during the game.
No, not really. Oof, I yawned. Yeah, I like baseball. I like going. I can't watch it on TV.
I'm a basketball guy.
I can't watch it on TV, but I'd rather just go.
Like, we went to a Royals game. We did a Rangers playoffs game during Nats that year. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm big basketball. I love me a good basketball game. Although it's been hard for me to go watch basketball after we freaking traded Luka away.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
Yep, I'm a Dallas guy. I don't think, like, it's so hard to explain to people who aren't in Dallas. The city was legitimately in mourning. Like, actually mourning. Did you see the Pacers game? No, I didn't. I mostly just watch Maps games when it comes to, like, basketball stuff. I don't really watch the other games.
I don't watch basketball. Actually, I don't watch a lot of sports anymore because I don't have like cable TV or anything like that, or satellite, and I just don't watch sports that much unless I go to places.
Basketball's the only one I really like because I like that it's points gained so quickly.
Oh, sure.
Whereas, like, so many games, like, football drives me insane.
Mm-hmm.
I know the rules of football, but, like, watching them set up a play, the play occurs for 15 seconds, someone gets tackled, we've got to set up the next play, bores me to death.
Okay, so isn't that kind of like our game, though? Like, we spend 15 seconds trying to figure out what card to play, and then we set up the play, we do enhances, and then it resolves, and then we wait 15 seconds to play another card.
Okay, Chris, so I'm going to, next time that I'm demoing this game for someone,
please do.
I'm going to go, so do you watch football? Because this is a lot like football.
Mm-hmm. You should. It may be able to catch some people. I'm definitely not watching an Eastern European. I'm definitely not watching on an Eastern European website.
No, of course you're not.
No, you're not.
That would be illegal. And we don't break any laws.
But like many sports, you have to know what you're looking into, enjoy it by pitch. Yeah, for sure. UVS equals football. True.
Very true.
The hottest takes tonight, right before midnight. There you go. Awesome. Fantastic.
At some point, I should probably go to bed.
Yeah, I know. I actually have to go to bed, probably sooner than later. But I don't know. Let's see. I don't think anybody we know is actually streaming right now.
No, most people are dumb enough to be streaming at 11:41 p.m. at night.
Dude, it is. I mean, like, there's a bunch of random people just on. I could just go randomly raid someone, but I don't want to because I'm lame.
Dude, I'm always impressed by the people who, like, in the middle of the night will be streaming to like 4 people.
I know, it's just kind of weird. Like, I don't know how to. I mean, like, I'm a big hockey fan. Oh wait, Brody, you're a Geef main? No, I'm not a Geef main. That was back from the day when my buddy Rob like put the borscht face in everything, and I told him, hey man, I need a borscht face with me and my wife, and he put Geef behind me and my wife. We were at the Niagara Falls with that picture, and so it's just always stuck with me. So yeah, like, no, I'm not a Geef main I'm not a grappler main by any means. No. I played Cammy in Street Fighter. I played fast characters and Fei Long and stuff like that. But hockey is my favorite sport, though. Yeah, hockey's my favorite sport. And oh, ew, Cammy, shush you. Cammy's great. Cammy's redesign is one of the best redesigns ever.
Oh, what, the new Cammy? Street Fighter 6 Cammy?
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 Cammy's great.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 Cammy's new costume is amazing.
Yeah. Like the perfect example of like a costume that is still attractive without feeling like it's like sexualizing the character.
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
just very well done.
Yeah. I still haven't bought Street Fighter 6, and I need to. I said once Mai was in the game, it's like I have to, because Mai's my favorite street. Actually, she's my favorite Street Fighter character now because she's actually in Street Fighter. But she was one of the first characters I ever played in Universus Fighting System. I actually took her. So yeah, no, you'll beat my ass, man.
I guess my favorite sport is bowling because that's the thing I do, so I understand it.
That's fair.
Hey, next time there's like a nationals event, I did the one at round 1 last year. We'll do round 1 bowling and karaoke again. I'm always down.
We can have a Street Fighter 6 stream. I'm down. I mean, I'm bad at it. Yeah. I have Marvel.
I was thinking.
I have like Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I don't know. I always thought about streaming that too.
I was thinking it would be fun, and I don't know how you would exactly do it, to do like a 4-man content creator tournament.
Okay.
Where like one person's playing Jamie, one person's playing Ryu, one person's playing Chun-Li, one person's playing Luke, and winner gets one of each challenger, or gets 2 of each challenger deck.
That would be interesting.
Justin,
winner of the 4.
You should just come to the 2.5K next month, Justin.
I thought,
guys, when's the 2.5K? I'm pretty sure I literally cannot.
June 21st weekend.
I'm flying in from from nationals for my students, either late June 20th or early June 21st. I literally cannot.
So just change your flight from wherever you're from home to Florida.
No. Guys.
I liked how Zach said he was going to bed, and then he just want to come hang out again. I love it. It's great.
No, I did not say I was going to bed. I said I was leaving the call.
Oh, I thought you were going to bed. My bad.
No, I just didn't want my headphones on anymore.
Oh, that's
and I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah. You guys have been on so long, Zach came back. I know, it's great. It's awesome.
I didn't really want to talk about Universus.
Yeah.
So I just left.
Oh, now we're just talking. Hey, Josh, how was the movie? Was the movie good? Because I want to see it.
What movie did you go see, by the way?
He saw the new Mission Impossible.
I forgot that movie's out.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go see Final Destination Bloodlines tomorrow.
I still haven't seen Thunderbolts yet.
Time in action movies.
What now?
Mission Impossible is one of the funniest action movies of all time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Don't spoil it because we're going to go see it eventually.
I won't spoil it. It is very funny. There are very funny action scenes that happen. And I remember laughing in the last Mission Impossible, and I laughed a lot in this one.
I don't go to the theater anymore either. I don't go very often. Hey, look, it's vertical maneuvering equipment. It's banned.
Well, you know that there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles turn-based RPG that just came out?
Really?
There's a turn-based, for like a video game or a tabletop game?
Video game.
No, I did not know that.
No.
This is the first I've heard of it. I knew about the tabletop one that came out recently.
Hold on, I'm gonna here. I'm gonna send it to you, so you can watch it on stream if you want.
Send it to who? Me?
You, yeah.
You said
I know our whole Charleston friend group bought the Power Rangers side scroller beat 'em up, and then
We still have yet to play it.
Never ever played it.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, Tactical Takedown? We're gonna have to watch. Hold on a second. Let me put this up on. Oh, I've seen this. Oh, I've seen this. Hold on a second. I don't want to get copyright struck.
I think you can watch
sure.
it on stream.
We're gonna pause the music. We're gonna put this up on stream. Hold on a second. Boom. Let's see. I got to app control.
The hell?
There we go. Let me fix this real quick, and we'll watch this on stream together, and we'll react. How's that?
Yeah, it'll be great with you watching it live and us watching with a 10-second delay.
You can watch it
What
right
could go
now
wrong?
too, dude. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. We can talk about it. We can see. All right, here we go. Watch it from the beginning. It's turn-based strategy. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's like a Fire Emblem.
Oh, it's kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics.
It's a
I guess that'll
tactics
cool.
game.
It looks
Now I'm fucking
it
in.
looks like
I wasn't in
tactics, bro.
before.
That's why we call it
is.
tactical takedown.
It's tactics.
You didn't have me yet. Whatever you said, you
I'm
had
down,
me yet.
dude. Is this the art that's going to be in the card game for us? I'd be down for this. This art's sick.
God, I wish.
Let's race some shell, baby. When does this come out?
I have no idea. It's out. No, I do have an idea. It's out.
Is it?
Mhm.
I can subscribe for more? Okay, I'm down. I think that would be cool. Turn the music back on. Boop. Yeah, I think that'd be sick, actually. So. said it was
Yeah,
out.
I might have to check.
Yeah, I
it
might
out.
have to check that out and stream some of it, and then that'd be fun. Wait, is it on PlayStation or is it on computer or Steam?
Steam.
I don't like to sit on my computer for 7 hours at a time. Oh wait, I already am.
I was gonna say, how long has stream been
6
going?
hour. It's 5 hours and 54 minutes right now. The timer just clicked over.
Well, there's no chance we're talking for another hour.
No way, man.
So
Nah.
you won't hit the 7 hours.
Nah, dude. Anywho, I think I'll be ending stream now. Just because I want to go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah.
So.
I also want to go to bed.
Void Control, thanks for the sub. Corey,
Guys,
thanks for the sub.
Black
Cohen the
Conviction.
Champ, thank you for your follow. Tam, thanks for the raid. So I guess I'll be streaming on Monday because it's
Damn, thanks for the raid 5 hours
hours
ago.
It was 4 hours ago. Hey, Dr. Kaiju, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I think we're gonna be streaming again on Monday. Just don't know what we're gonna do. I don't have a guest for Take 10 yet. I think we may be skipping it, but we'll probably just hang out, maybe see if people want to play some more games. So that aren't Hanji 1 games. So yeah. But yeah. Maybe.
Oh, fine. I guess I'm not invited.
You could come and hang
Thanks.
out. You could coach. Someone needs to take notes. You're a good note taker. You're a teacher. You should be really good at that.
Not funny.
So yeah, so don't forget my box opening for AOT 1 was really bad. My box for AOT 2, good, because we had a Beast Titan attacks.
Nice.
That was the only card worth it. So yeah.
Turn advance, which is nice.
You got a determine advance?
Yeah.
That was cool. I just wanted to sell it. And then I got a signal. I got another Colossus SWAT. We like that card.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, there could have been some good value in the AOT 1, Dr. Kaiju. There could have been. But we end up pulling poop secret rares. So you got a Haymaker? Hell yeah. That's what we like. But we got the hot moment normalcy. They're really cool looking. So, but yeah. So thanks for everyone for hanging out with us. We're not going to raid anybody. We're just going to go to bed. We're tired. So have a good night. We'll see you on Monday.
Later, y'all.
Have a good weekend, y'all. Later.
Have a long weekend.